First News with Keeler in the morning on WIBX and WIBX950.com.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.
On the line right now is Jim Piccola. James, good morning. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. And all right, as we head into the holiday weekend, that I finally saw the green stripe that Jeff wrote about the other day going down in Utica. That is a pretty bright screen to show. It's a little narrow strip where you can ride your bike. It is a bright green.
Yes, it is. It's a bike lane that, like I said, on the east end of the project for Route 5S in both the east and westbound, and then to carry in when you actually come from the other areas where we're getting over. I think it starts just over on Broadway. Broadway, where you have the green sidewalk and the gray sidewalk. So it's just a continuation of that, but it highlights it through that section. And yes, it is very bright, and it came out really nice, and we're very excited about it.
And it's interesting. I watched them pouring some of it down. It's literally poured out onto the so you create the mold, if you will, or the place where you want it to go, and you put your border up, and then they pour it out onto the what is that material?
This is a good one. You'll never guess what it is.
I have no clue. It's coming out of a bag, I'll tell you that.
It's they're green glass beads.
Glass beads
poured out. Yes, sir.
And what do? They how do they stick to the pavement?
There's an epoxy. Well, first you've got to clean the surface very well. Once the surface is clean, they put down this epoxy. It's a mix that they mix together, and they squeegee out. And then once that's down, they apply the glass beads, and they let it set up for about 3 hours, and then they broom it off, and then some of the excess, they use a vacuum cleaner, a shop vac, to get that excess off. Okay.
Very interesting. And if I'm correct, that's you've outsourced that. There's a company that actually does that application?
Yeah, the subcontractor is out of Albany, New York, who's doing that work. But the glass beads are local. It's a company that's in the Mohawk Valley area here that actually provided those glass beads.
I know there's a place up near Richfield Springs that does.
Yes.
Is that the place? That's you. As you're driving up towards Richfield Springs on Route 28, you'll see to the right-hand side piles of these colorful piles of shiny stuff. It's all glass, and I'm assuming that's all recycled, right?
That's my understanding.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Pretty cool. All right. And,
it is cool.
And what is going on the detour on Route 28? And this would take you up towards Boonville as you're heading up to Old Forge for this holiday weekend.
Yes. We have a project out there on Route 28 in Forestport. We have the truss bridge that everybody kind of sees as you go over the Forestport Reservoir. But right after that, it's kind of hard. I don't think a lot of people notice there's the bridge over Woodhull Road, or County Route 72. And what we have done, we replaced the bridge decks on them, and we're in the process of finishing that up. And one of the things we looked at was, do we do stage construction to allow traffic, to flow freely on Route 28? Which would mean, you'd have alternating traffic with a temporary stoplight.
Right, right.
That would have gone right through into the fall, probably, with doing those bridges like that. By shutting it down, we hope to have, like I said, started in the early spring, in the beginning of April, and have this open by July 4th weekend. The contractor is doing an amazing job out there, along with our construction folks. And we are on schedule, and we hope to, meet our goal of having that open by the 4th of July weekend. And we just are asking people to please, follow the detour that, we have designed and designated. And like I said, if they're down there, you cut through the village of Forestport and what have you. But again, if you can, stay on our detour, it's only about 10 minutes more for you to go through that way, and it's much safer, and it helps with the congestion in the town of Forestport.
And I spoke with Sheriff Mayshall about the same topic yesterday, and he says that there's a lot of complaints because that shortcut, as people are using it for, is for local traffic. So you're disturbing a lot of the people that live there, and it's very disruptive for them, and it's very hard for the workers to get this stuff done, and they're getting a lot of complaints. So he's kind of echoing Jim's sentiment here to say, stop.
Just use the detour.
Use the detour in place. It's really not that bad, and you get to see parts of Boonville and places that you'd never see before. It's actually not bad there.
Okay.
I've taken it a couple times.
All right, and then the downtown Utica project is coming along. We mentioned the green strips that are on the road, but the rest of that project is moving along. You can really see exactly what it's going to look like now.
Yeah. Like I said, we're putting the final touches on that, and hopefully within the next few weeks here that we should be having a nice little ribbon cutting ceremony, not only for the 5S project, but the pedestrian bridge or pedestrian walkway from Bag Square to Harbor Point. So we're really looking forward to that. And again, like I said, we think it's a great project, and we've gotten a lot of good feedback from it. And like I said, I hope everybody comes down and enjoys our downtown.
All right, Jim, thanks so much. Enjoy the weekend.
Yes, Sue. You too, sir. Okay. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. We appreciate it greatly. Jim Piccola from, he's been a busy man going around radio shows and being on TV and stuff over the last 5 years with all the construction going on in the area.
Yeah.
And that's, I would assume that if Biden, the Democrats and Republicans are able to put together this infrastructure bill, we're going to be right back into rebuilding things. And, of course, there's that bridge that is over near New Hartford that has been out. They've done a pretty cool job, I think, a good job of being able to get traffic to still flow through there. It's not that bad. You would think that there'd be long lines and that sort of thing. I don't think I've ever had to stop because traffic was held up.
Hey guys, time to get in on the action for the biggest moments in basketball with Prize Picks, America's #1 fantasy sports app. Just select 2 or more players, pick more or less on their projections, place your entry, and win up to 100 times your money. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit of up to $100. Just download the Prize Picks app and use the code GET100. That's code GET100 on Prize Picks for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more. Pick less. It's that easy.